Okay, so in terms of setup, again, very, very good in both cases. I think grip pressure's a little bit looser now, which we discussed, obviously, but generally speaking, we're getting a nice sort of start position there, okay? What we had before was sort of hip slide, left elbow lift. So you can see your elbows there really, really spaced out, really, really high. That left arm looking kind of locked and quite straight. Your back swing length now is very, very short in terms of how far you actually go back. So the efficiency of that swing now is not going to be as powerful. Other thing as well, now as you said, you're dropping down into the golf ball, so you're losing the space between your rotation point up here to the golf ball, and because of that now, as you come back to the golf ball, you then got to start lifting your arm here. So you can see your elbow still very much separated here now. As you come through, right arm having to bend and then really lift. Yeah, exactly, a real lifting up there, okay? And that impact's not going to disappear straight away. Believe it or not, we hit the ball even further when we get that more efficient, but the movement we're trying to encourage now, this is kind of like a half and half blend. The club started to go back. So there's kind of the lift there. At this point here now, the club now, this lead arm could be a little bit straight and was just pushed out. Not locking straight, but just take your left arm and just push up there as if like just lifting up over your left shoulder. Yeah. And then from there, we turn the shoulder. Look at the difference in your elbows there and that backswing position.
Yeah.
That's why the arm being a little bit sort of softened here. If that arm was a little bit more extended, the hands would be a little bit further back here and get a slightly longer swing. But again, don't need a much longer swing, to be fair. Now, from there, because you're in a good position, look at your elbows as you start coming back down now. Look at the difference in your kind of impact or pre-impact position now with your elbows there. I mean, those elbows are kind of leveled off. Yeah. You set the wrist. You've actually got some angle now in your wrist. Yeah. So you're now creating or using that efficiency. Elbows still more in terms of together. There, I mean, the elbows are very sort of split apart there. I mean, this left elbow's kind of over here, so it's like, you're hitting the ball kind of that way. I mean, it's not going to get much power and speed with that thing. At this one here now, your arm is here, and the club is still back here somewhere. As you start coming in the golf ball now, okay, next frame there, the club now is kind of with the angle of your wrist and hand, the club's over here. So your arm is coming back into impact, and that club's still set to go, and that's where the speed's going to come from. You're creating that kind of whip sensation, striking the golf ball there now. Elbow's a little bit tucked again, but to be fair, it's not as much as it was there, okay? That elbow's still very high. This one here now on the left, you can see it's folding down now. So that position there, sort of post-impact, we're in a much more kind of release position. And then one there, when you finish the swing up the top here now, and then this one again, going around. I think that club goes a bit further over there, more over your shoulder, okay? So just a bigger, general, longer swing, or more efficient swing. That's the main thing, okay? But it's getting that left arm to hinge. So the practice you can do, and again, you can hit balls doing this, obviously, as you can see. Start off there. From here now, lift the club straight up over your left shoulder, as if you're going to try and point someone directly behind you, okay? Yeah. Once the club is kind of in that position, then you take that hip and you rotate it around the corner. So your back now is going to face towards target. You just basically turn your torso, okay? And that will get the golf club now into that position. In reality, we want to hit shots there where we blend that all together, which you do in the last two or three. That 177 was, I think, was the top one. Came from when you just sort of went, look. So your elbows and your hands are hinging to lift the club. The torso is rotating to move the club around your body. What you had was the elbow and the hinge of the club pulling it around and the hips lifting to sliding at that club. And so basically the body parts were doing the right job. It's very, very tough to hit the golf ball in that position. Okay. Does that make sense, buddy?
100%.
Happy with that, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Awesome, mate. You've had really, really good. Okay, so keep working on that movement there. Work on that hinge. If you're down the range, take some videos. Ping them over to me. Keep in touch, okay, so we can see kind of where you're at with the progression. And sometimes as well, when you watch your own videos back, you'll go, oh yeah, look at my left elbow. Yeah. Look at my head dropping. You'll see these things and become more aware of it yourself. Okay, mate?
Yeah, spot on.
Good stuff.